Hey everybody, and welcome back. Is Phosphoros. I have returned victorious from the brinks of what has probably been the biggest crunch of my life. Quite a few. I think there's been like 4 nights in the past week. I've been working at like 3 a.m. We had emergency that we had to deal with last week, and so I took Saturday off, went on a nice road trip with my partner, and was up coughing till 4 in the morning. It was terrible. I was in so much pain. I was just scared. I'm like, I can't fucking breathe. But I felt better in the morning at least. And I was able to kind of get back to work. So I spent Sunday working. I had one assignment that I need to get done over the weekend, but I knew it was going to be a big one. So I strapped in. I threw on Community on my top screen, and I just kept plugging away. And I got started at like maybe 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I took a nap 3 in the morning, woke up at 6, and I think I finished it around the time of my meeting, around 10, so 10 o'clock or so in the morning. And I was pretty proud. Of course, there were still more problems that happened throughout the day. At the end of the day, we found out that there was like a bunch of bugs and stuff, and I, of course, was appointed to take care of one of them. I was really tired at the end of the day, so I figured take the night easy, take the night off, take the night easy, take easy the night, take easy the night, and take a nap, go get some food, go to bed at like 9 o'clock, wake up at 3, busted out in like 2 hours. Turned out to be not too bad, and then I got working on other stuff. On Tuesday, I felt like I'd really been plugging away, so I was in the zone. I felt like I was ahead as I could be at things, and by the end of the day, even though we were worried because there were lots of problems that had nothing to do with us, I was feeling like, okay, everything that needs to get done is getting done. And the morning came, and there was a couple. It was like a horror movie because you're like, oh no, there's problems happening, but are they really problems, or are they just artifacts that are a part of this? So it was just like a series of like, oh, that's okay, but then it's like something else, and you're like, ah. And there's one point where I didn't think it was going to happen, but the launch was successful, and I was really happy, and I've been getting lots of good feedback, and I feel like really proud of the work that I've done, and I feel like I've done a great job, and it's been very difficult, but I pushed through, and I'm very glad to be on the other side of the worst of it. We're not out of the woods yet. There's one more release in a couple weeks, but I feel like that was the tightest that it was going to be, and then it's kind of downhill from here. I'm trying to get ahead of it as I can, though I know it probably will come down to the end, getting everything that we want to, but I'm feeling more and more confident in my abilities and my skill and my ability to execute and succeed in these big projects, and it feels really good. And I don't know, I feel like I'm moving up in the world, and it's exciting. It's very exciting. And now I'm at the point where I'm trying to resume the regular flow of my life again, trying to catch a breath. I did my laundry for the first time in like a month yesterday, and so now I have clean clothes again, which is really nice, much better. I'm trying to get my room a little bit cleaned up at once. I've been thinking about it because I'm going to travel for like the holidays and Thanksgiving, and I'm going to want to work on stuff. I don't want to just be completely bound to my desk as I have been, especially because I haven't really been using my work computer except for like work things. So it's like as soon as I get out of my room, it's like I can't do any of the things I normally do. So I bought a gaming laptop, and here, I guess that's part of the point of the laptop is it's portable. Oh wait, my lights are connected to it. I better not. I can show you with the camera, but yeah, I bought a gaming laptop. It's really nice. I'm just getting it broken out. I got to get like a new table and mouse, and oh, I messed up the lighting. Has to readjust. A mouse stand and a mouse and all that stuff, but it'll be nice to also have a desk for something to work on for when I'm traveling, and the ability to not be like at my desk all the time when I'm working. So that will be really nice, and it will help me with these projects and stuff like that too, because I can work on the go. Always good. I always like, oh, I don't know. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really nice. There's a lot of things I'm really excited for, and I'm starting to think about like all the projects and all the stuff that I want to do. I've got a few coding projects to dig back into. I've been digging back into my magic, crossing the void. I feel like I feel like I was holding back until I'd passed this hurdle. Um, I think I wanted to wait until I was ready, and wanted to I wanted to get to this point before I proceeded in it. I didn't realize that that's what I was doing until now, but it makes a lot of sense in terms of the rhythm of things. I do want to get to a point where I'm like very consistent and very timely with these things, but I'm in the deep weeds right now. I'm in the deep weeds, and this location, though really nice for a lot of things, is not the most suitable for magic of places where I've been. There's this big window here. It's very exposed. It's a whole glass screen door, and I don't have much room. I don't have many places for my tools for easy keeping. It's gotten better since I got the new altar, which I will show off in a future video. But it's definitely not as robust as, for instance, the basement, the my 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 temple in the basement in the West Virginia house, which I think there's actually a couple videos on here where I'm in there. That was awesome, having like a room like that was dedicated. It was already built pretty well for it. It was originally a wine room before I took it over, and it was really nice. I had the table in the center for like study and writing and all of that stuff, and then the altar was at the front, and it worked. It worked very well for my purposes, and indeed that was the place where I probably, especially in the early time that I was there, was the most consistent and really like in tune and in rhythm with my practice. And I'm excited to kind of, I don't know, to kind of settle in to, as I was telling my parents, like, I'm getting close to 30 and I'm getting serious about this job and stuff. So it's time that I really, settle in, invest in the long term, and really make a life for myself, which, the capitalist, like, whole thing is not really my bag, but I do what I have to do to get by in the world, and to provide myself enough conditions that I can be in the right conditions, so that I can be my best self, that I can develop my talents and my skills and develop myself so that I can be a person who can do these things that are required of me. And I mean, this past period has been like very difficult and a lot has been demanded of me, but I feel as if, at least in the respect to my work, there's a few other things that I am still working on the follow through. I haven't quite crossed the finish line on anything yet. I'm still in there, but I can at least say for my work, like, all of my hard work and my dedication has really paid off, and it feels amazing. So what's next for me? So I am going to be having a lot of fun. I want to be working on a lot of creative projects. The rituals have resumed. Once I'm done with this series, I kind of want to, for my next project, I kind of want to work with a few other people and develop something that's more centered around Coven 888, uniquely our own, and might have some connection with the videos and all of that, because I think that would be a lot of fun to really, well, first of all, get back to spell crafting and writing my own rituals and working them and weaving them into the video, and in ways I've never done before, because I was just starting at before. It wasn't very sophisticated and the quality wasn't where I'd like it to be, and I've come back with such greater knowledge and honestly better equipment too, and I think I can really start to develop a craft and do these things justice. So I'm very much excited for that. I you know I I cried when my last MIDI keyboard was destroyed. But I am going to be getting back into music soon. I'm kind of looking around for stuff and I don't know. I want to start playing around with it soon. I haven't quite done it yet, but I'm excited to. I've been watching. it's weird because I haven't really been watching TV. Like I watch a lot of YouTube videos, but I haven't been watching any shows for myself that I wanted to watch. I mean, I'd watch stuff that I like, that I had wanted to watch with my partner and with my friends and stuff like that. But it's been a long time since I sat down and watched a show that I had been wanting to watch by myself for myself. And I've been doing that more recently. Community's really nice, and it's nice to have it on while I'm developing and kind of going back and forth between them. But I've also started Fate Zero, rewatching it. I watched it in the past, like 6 years ago. But oh, it's incredible. I love it so much. I've got the, I've got, I've been working on my like whole like, uh, devil ass dark mage aesthetic with like the hair and like the goth shit and the fucking goatee. I've been, I don't know, I'm excited, and even though it's been hard, I have been having fun. And there were some moments where I was like really depressed and in a lot of despair, but honestly, once it really hit and I buckled in and just said, I am going to sit down, I'm going to do this, plan out my sleep so that I can be awake the times that I need to and just go all in. Once that happened, it all kind of just melted away, and I just did what I needed to do. And that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Keep trying to figure out who I am, what needs to be done, what my brain can focus on that will be productive and rewarding. It's difficult because due to my disposition, I tend to hyper focus, and I get very excited and very obsessive about certain things, and the rate at which I can learn and my skill improves so quickly. And then I think part of me is like, so like the hyper focus itself sometimes is what I seek. So when I've kind of gotten to the point where my skill has started to plateau and I'm feeling like decent enough about something, I kind of get bored of it and move on to something new so that I can experience that all again. And this doesn't always serve me, because it's the consistent practice is how you really get to the level of mastery for something. But I've learned that instead of trying to fight against it and push myself to do things that I'm really having a lot of trouble doing, there are creative ways that I can work with it that yield results and do fruit. And sometimes then I could sit down and do something and channel, and even with this video, it's like I tend to put these off. I tend to have an intention that I'm going to do something, and then it's, oh well, I'll do this first, and then it's late at night, I'm really tired. It's the same with rituals and stuff like that. So getting to that point where it's like, well, I am tired, but I've been goofing off for a while. I said I was going to do this, let's actually do this, and I sit down and I do it. It feels really good. And I do what needs to be done, and to be able to do that and to be able to keep doing that for all of the things that I want to do is something that has consistently been very difficult for me, and I always do better in some areas than others. But hey, I'm learning, I'm doing what needs to be done, and I seem to be doing a pretty good job in at least some areas. So the card of the day is did I draw a card today? No, I didn't draw a card today. Let's draw a card. But the mood board card, at least for the theme of the video. I don't know about the theme of the day, but for the theme of the video is the Six of Wands, victory, because I do feel victorious. I really do. I really feel like I came at this challenge, and it was a lot. Everyone's like, it's a lot. And I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to succeed. And it was a challenge, but I did it, and I did succeed. Huh, interesting. So I'm saying the word success, I'm talking about victory, and the card I drew was Six of Pentacles, success. Interesting, and it does make a lot of sense. It's related to my career, to my material condition, to my worldly possessions, and to the fruits that I'm able to bear, the efforts that have led me to this point and what they have built. And I think we're just at the beginning too, because building up my mastery, making my place in the world, that's one thing, but the whole point why I wanted to do any of this in the first place was to build what I want to build. I think in the past I just kind of put the cart before the horse and said I don't care if I'm dirt broke, if I have nothing going on, if I have to do all this everything one step at a time, like, you know, just grinding against the wall. I'll do what needs to be done, but you know, you come face to face with the material reality of, you know, anything is possible, but what is feasible, what's practical, what can be accomplished, what are the circumstances, what resources and what skills do you have access to, and what don't you, do you need to do that, how much time do you have? Because, you know, I'm still on the younger side. There's a lot of time potentially that's floating around there, so it's important to keep aware of. And it's taken me long enough, but I feel like I'm starting to get things put in order where I can really do the things that I've been wanting to do all along, including make these videos. I plan on doing at least one of these a week, hopefully more often. It's been a crazy time, but I'm having a lot of fun. I thought it was kind of weird doing that Let's Play, like starting right at the end of the game. So if people are like really craving to see the end of that run, I can do the rest of the videos. But otherwise, I was thinking I would start a new game. I'm thinking Fire Emblem 6 this time, hard mode. I've never played through it all the way. I started it a while ago, but it's pretty tough. It's one where I'd actually probably want to do a little bit of research and prepare the chapters, and so it'd be kind of a fun. It'd be a lot of fun. I always wanted to play a Fire Emblem game and kind of like talk about it because those are some of my favorite games. It's one of my favorite series, so I think that'd be a lot of fun. I hope to start doing that soon, and I'm gonna finish Fire Emblem 8. I'll probably film myself, but I don't know if I'll do narration or anything. I don't know if I'll post it, but oh yeah, we're supposed to, I think we might be doing some Coven 888 stuff soon. I need to check in with the group. I've been AWOL for a lot of stuff, but I'm coming back to life, back to reality, back to unreality, hyper reality, simulations and simulacrum in my brain. It's no time for free word association. There's a lot of shit going on. I'm just gonna, Halloween is coming up. What are you going to be? What should I be? There's a lot of possibilities. I'm excited. I love Halloween. It's always a spooky time. It's always Halloween around here. And with that, I will bid you adieu. This has been the phosphorescent Phosphoros. That's redundant, but it's true. I am feeling successful and victorious. And you know, hope that rubs off on you a little bit. Hope you're feeling it. I want to. I don't know. I'm thinking more and more about performance, right? What does that mean? What does it mean to be a showman, to be a master of ceremonies? I certainly don't know. I'm like super goofy. I'm just having fun, and I hope you will stick around with the ride with me for ride. Anyway, prepositions aside, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon. Phosphoros out.